Hey guys, welcome to Home Economics. I'm going to show you how to make a pie crust today. This was a request by our friend Pia, so stick around, I'll show you an easy way to make a pie crust. We're going to start with the all-purpose flour. We're going to use 2 cups. Actually 2 1/4 cups all-purpose flour. So there's 1. 2. And 1/4. Now we're going to put in 2/3 cup of shortening. Shortening can make the crust flaky. You can also cut in some butter instead of the shortening, and that'll give it a little bit more flavor. But today we're just going to use the shortening. Again, that's 2/3. And we're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon salt. Okay, we've got this ready. We're going to use this pastry blender to cut the shortening into the flour. You could also use 2 knives and cut it like this, but this is a lot easier. I get kind of aggressive with this, and I'll show you how to cut it in here. Start in the flour, and then you just start nibbling away at this shortening. And you might have to take a spoon and knock that off like that. It seems like the more aggressive you go, the easier it is. See, it's starting to get cut up. You want to keep going until it gets kind of gravelly, or like little peas. And just mix in that flour and keep cutting it. Okay. That looks pretty good. You can see it kind of looks gravelly. Now we're going to get some shortening on the spoon. Now we're going to add water to this, ice water. And most recipes will tell you 10 tablespoons, but you really don't have to count, because once I start doing this, you're going to lose track anyway. But by the time you get enough in there, it'll start balling around that fork, and I'll show you what that looks like. So you put one in and twist it with a fork. Another one. You can see it's starting to clump together a little bit. The dough's starting to form. We'll keep doing this until it starts forming a ball around the fork. Okay, we're almost there. There it goes. It starts balling around that thing. And if it's too dry, you can just add a little bit more water. And there it goes. Okay. And we're just going to, this is a double crust, so we're going to put it in a ball here. And I'm going to cut this in half. You don't want to handle this too much, but you got to get it in half, and you got to make these into cylinders. And now I'm going to show you how to roll this stuff out. Okay, we're going to roll out this crust. I put down 2 pieces of cling wrap, and this is the trick I wanted to show you because you don't have to put flour all over the counter. It doesn't get messy, and it doesn't cut more flour into the dough, which keeps it lighter. And that's a trick that a friend of mine, Teresa Coughlin, showed me a few years back. I'm going to put a little flour on the rolling pin here, and we're just going to roll this out in a perpendicular manner, so about 9 inches or 10 inches that way, and then the same this way. Again, up and down and side to side until it's about the size that we want it, like that. And now we're going to round it out. Put a little bit more flour on here. We'll go into the corners. And we want to be able to cover the top of our pie with this one. I already rolled out the other one. I'm going to show you how to put it in the pan with this saran wrap, which is really great. So there we go, and I'll show you how to put it in the pan. Now, we got this rolled out. I'm going to get it into the pan. I'll show you how easy this is. You just get underneath this cling wrap, and it gives you the ability to throw it right in there, and you can actually adjust it a little bit to get it centered. You'd never be able to do this if you didn't have the cling wrap on there. Push it in there, the air bubbles out, and just peel that off. Okay, and there you go. Well, off camera, I mixed up what's going to be the filling: apples, cinnamon, sugar. Just go by a recipe. I'm using Better Homes and Gardens recipe. I'm going to put that into the crust now. Okay, and then we'll just even them out a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to grab the top crust and throw that out there. Here I have it on the cling wrap again. And it just is so nice to be able to slide that around to where we need it. Okay, and now I'm going to show you how to flute the edge. Okay, now we're going to just trim the edge, leaving about a 1/2 inch overhang. We'll get both the bottom and the crust trimmed. It's like giving it a haircut. Okay, so we got a 1/2 inch overhang, and now what we're going to do, we're going to just fold the top crust over the bottom crust and seal it. This prevents any of the juices from running underneath the crust. So we're just sealing this edge, rolling and sealing. Just tucking it under there. We're not pushing down too hard. We're going to flute the edge in just a second. Okay, now we're going to flute the edge. You just take 2 fingers and another finger and press down. We'll put a little design around here. This helps seal it. There you go. And then we're going to take a little knife and we're going to cut some vents in here, and this lets the steam escape. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cover those edges. I have this little edge cover. You can do this with aluminum foil and just make it around there, and that just prevents that from getting too dark. I'm going to throw this in the oven and we'll see what it looks like when it's all done. And there's the pie out of the oven. It's got to cool for about an hour. Wish you were here to have a piece, but thanks for watching.